The bow is a fun weapon to use. I love being able to, well, dodge around the map and just fire off these shots at the monster and, well, just look cool while doing it. Anyways, let's talk about it. 5 tips for the bow, where the 5th tip will be about skills that I would recommend using along with this weapon. Hey guys, my name is Short Devil, and again I do stream on Twitch. The link is down in the description box below, where you can talk to me live and, well, see me doing some other dumb stuffs in video games. So be sure to follow me there. And also follow my Twitter if you want to see any other channel updates, and I do post whenever I'm going live, so be sure to follow me on those platforms. Now again, before we can talk about the bow, I want to say this video is catered towards the new players of Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So if you're a veteran or advanced player that are looking for some tips, you're not going to find it here, because I'm pretty sure you know what you're doing with that weapon. You don't need to watch this whole video, but it'll be great if you could drop down in the comments below maybe some tips that I may have missed. The first tip for you bow users is to make use of this weapon's evading abilities. That's when you actually have the bow out and when you start evading, basically. When you evade with the bow, you basically sidestep to a specific direction that your stick is pointing to. Now the good thing about using this evading dash or slide, I don't know, I think I'm gonna call it a dash because it looks like a dash, sure. Well, every time you evade, it charges up your next attack. So whether it's a spread shot or just using your normal arrows, it charges up that attack so that it becomes much more powerful rather than you just pressing the normal shot. It is also a great way to change your position. So if the monster's maybe kind of far away or you just want to get to a better position, doing this dodge can help you reposition yourself, so you're either closer to the monster or just a bit distant from the monster. However, the bad thing about evading is that it will tear through your stamina, so be careful on the amount of times you use this move. Especially if you're combining this with firing your shots, because if you haven't noticed, shooting your shots with a charged bow will take up your stamina, so be a bit careful for doing this slide in, evading dash thing. I'm just gonna call it evading dash. The second tip is to make use of this weapon's arc shot attack. That's when you fire off the arrow into the air and then you see these spike balls drop down onto the field. This attack causes impact damage, meaning that if the monster gets caught up in this attack and it's hitting them on their head, they will eventually get knocked out. The best way to do this attack is just to spam the circle or B buttons. Eventually you fire off the arrow up into the air. Now there will be times where you just completely miss your attack because the monster's possibly not in that specific area of where you fired off your arc shot. But that's completely fine because, well, you have unlimited amounts of them, you might as well just spam it out. So I'd say just spam out that attack because eventually the monster will get hit by it. Another thing to take note of is that the arc shot is affected by your bow charge. So if your bow is charged up to the maximum potential, then those arc shot attacks will do more damage. Moving on to the third tip, which is stamina management. The bow uses a lot of stamina for its attacks, so it's best to keep an eye out on your stamina because the majority of attacks, including evasion, can consume a lot of your stamina. And to be honest, the ones that mostly take up your stamina is, well, evading, using the arc shot, and the power shots. Those mostly takes the chunk of your stamina bar. Now it is tempting to spam out your attacks to get your DPS in check, but try not to constantly do it, because you want to save it up on critical moments whenever you want to quickly get out of the way of a monster's attack. The fourth tip is this weapon's strongest attack, which is called the Dragon Piercer, and as it says from the title of it, it pierces through the monster. Now while it pierces through the monster, it does cause a lot of damage along the way, so it is best to line up your shot along with the monster's body. Now to do this attack, all you need to do is, well, hold up your aim and press your triangle and circle buttons, or again if you're on Xbox controllers, press the Y and B buttons. This attack does have a long animation for winding up the bow. So be careful when you perform this attack. It is best to do this attack when the monster is down. This attack is affected by your bow charge and coating type, so keep in mind that depending if you've fully maxed out the charge of your bow and if you have a coating on, it will increase the damage of this attack. Now let's go for a bonus tip, because not only is the Dragon Piercer another strong attack that the bow has, but there is another one, and it's called the 1,000 Dragons. And think of it as a close ranged version of the Dragon Piercer. Now to do this attack, once again you need to have your bow out and aimed, press down the right stick, and then press your Y and B buttons or triangle and circle buttons. And as I said, you need to be close to the monster for you to actually deal damage with this attack. Now to increase the damage of this attack even more, you need to make sure that you have some slinger ammo available and put on a coating. This attack also has somewhat of a long animation, so again, you don't want to be doing this attack while the monster is active. You want to do this attack when the monster is down. And here we are with the 5th tip, which is skills that I would recommend using. Now again, I'm not trying to say that you definitely need these skills for you to use this weapon. I'm just trying to say that this might actually help out with using the bow. Now there's 4 different types of skills that actually improve, well, the damage of just your attacks with the bow. So we have normal shots, which increases the power of your normal arrows. Then we have piercing shots, which increases the damage of the Dragon Piercer. The spread and power shots, increasing the power of the power shot arrows, and as well as the 1,000 Dragons. And the special ammo boost skill, which improves the power of both your Dragon Piercer and the 1,000 Dragons. To be honest, I haven't used those skills at all, but it will help out with the power of those attacks if you're looking to increase the damage of those. Another skill is Resuscitate. If you get inflicted by a blight or some other abnormal status effect, this will help increase your evading abilities and your stamina depletion. The Constitution skill will help reduce the stamina depleted for whenever you're performing specific stamina draining moves. So the bow's evading ability, that will get reduced by quite a lot, depending obviously what level your skill is. Stamina Surge is another great one because, well, you want your stamina to come back as soon as possible, so having Stamina Surge on would be really good for you bow users. Evade Extender is another good one because being able to increase the distance of your evade can really help out with the bow. Naga Kuga's Essence, which is giving you the true razor sharp / spare shot skill. This can be useful for whenever you use some type of coating, so maybe something like the power coating to increase the damage of your shots. That will get the chance of it not being used if you have this skill on. So think of it as maybe you have that chance of not only using 50 shots of the power coating. Think of it more as it's 50 plus. It's just a chance of this skill activating. Another skill to look into is Legiana's Ambition, which actually gives you the bow charge plus skill, increasing the bow charge level by another 1. Now actually this skill you can get it as a decoration, so it's not only just linked to this Legiana armor and just wearing these 3 pieces. You can actually have this skill as a decoration. And that's all I have for the bow. The bow is a fun weapon to use. Just being able to dash around the map and just firing off these arrows at the monster while looking cool at the same time is just, it's fun. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you found this video useful in some way, give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more helpful videos. And if you haven't already, follow me on my Twitch where you can, well, talk to me live and see whatever dumb things that I get up to in, well, some other video games that I play. So be sure to tune in there. And if you haven't already, follow me on my Twitter. Link is down in the description box below, where you can see any of our channel updates. I do tweet out whenever I'm going live, so be sure to follow me there. That's all I have. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys later. Actually, no, I'm wrong on that. You can sneak around in a power armor, right? What? Ooh. Wait.